If you're in the market for a new aquarium light, you might want to watch this video. Today we're going to talk all about the Fluval 3.0 Sea, Marine, and Reef LED light. I'm going to tell you everything I love about it, compare it to a couple other lights, and just have some fun with it. So let's do it. Hey folks, it's John with KG Tropicals. Today we're talking all about the Fluval Sea, Marine, and Reef 3.0 LED light that I put on my African cichlid tank here. I ordered it from Aquarium Co-op. Link is down in the description. I ordered the light on a Monday. I had it on the tank that Thursday. So very, very quick. And if you go on there right now and you're still watching this in November of 2018, they're actually doing a giveaway for these lights. So get on there, click the giveaway button, and check that out. Entry is free, so go and do that. So I chose this light, the Sea, Marine, and Reef light, as opposed to the planted light. They have two different types. I chose this one because I knew it was going to be an African cichlid tank, and I knew I wanted to show all of the colors and get that full spectrum of colors. And I also knew there was not going to be any plants in here, so it was kind of a no-brainer. So I've always thought doing videos about aquarium lights is kind of tricky. How do you do it? How do you really do the light justice other than just showing the tank and saying, hey, look, doesn't it look nice? So what I decided to do with this video is break it down into 4 different categories, if you will. The first being, does it look good? How does it look compared to other lights? The second, does it light the tank well? It's kind of an important thing, right? Third, does it do things that other lights don't do that make it stand out? And then the fourth, how expensive is it? All of these things are pretty important. Let's go over all 4 of them. So I have 4 different lights here in my office. Some of them I'm using, some of them I'm not, but I just decided to set them up to show you the difference in appearance of these different lights, and then we'll show the difference in how they light the tanks a little bit later. But this first one here is the Marineland LED. You can see it's a very nice looking light. It's wide, it's like 6 inches wide. It's got the larger LEDs down on the bottom. This is actually the 36-inch version, the one that I'm giving away. I gave it away on last week's live stream, and right behind that is the Coral Life LED. I've had these for a few years now. I've got 4 of them, 48-inch version, extendable little legs here to have it fit on the tank. It's a nice looking LED. You can see it's considerably smaller than the Marineland, and it is the one that I'm running on this tank here, which is a planted tank. So moving on to the 75-gallon tank that we're talking about today. On the back here you see the top fin light. This is what came with the tank. When I bought this, it was the set that had the tank, the glass canopies, and the light. It's a El Cheapo top fin freebie kind of a light, I guess. Certainly not high-end. Does it light up? Yeah. Does it light up your tank? Sure. I'll show it to you in a minute, but it's nothing compared to these higher-end lights. You can see one small strip of LEDs down there on the bottom. It's big. It sits a couple inches up off of the tank. It's got kind of a dome shape to it. It's not the ugliest light in the world, but it's also not very attractive. So there you go. But in front of that, we have the one that we're talking about today, the Fluval 3.0. Absolutely gorgeous when you compare the two, or even if you compare it to the Marineland. Very small. It's only about 2.5, maybe 3 inches wide, and only sits about 3/4 of an inch up off of the tank. So very small. It's not obtrusive at all. I mean, it's just very sleek, very small, very streamlined. I like that a lot. On both ends, you have the adjustable legs here. Depending on what tank you have, they might be slightly different in size, so these will adjust in and out to fit on your tank. And if you want to compare those to the Coral Life, the Coral Life does it too. Not as well. This is not as nice looking as the Fluval, but I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. So one of the things that I really like about this Fluval that is different from the Coral Life is, I know it's simple, but this little touch button down here. I like that. The Coral Life doesn't have that. The Coral Life, you have to use the remote control with it, which is fine, but just don't lose the remote control. So the next question on the list was, does it light the tank well? Now, if you look in here, you can see it absolutely does. This is not a marine or reef tank here, but it is an African cichlid tank, which They have a ton of color and they're gorgeous, and you can see that this light definitely does the fish justice. I only have 6 fish in here, so there's not a whole lot to show you, but it definitely shows them well. It pops the colors, and my most colorful guy is back there because he's been in a beef with this blue one here, the red shoulder. I guess that's a red shoulder. I'm not even sure. Maybe that's the red shoulder. Who cares? But the OB is back there behind the rocks, and he's the one that actually shows the most color. But this light does a great job of highlighting the colors in the tank, which again is why I chose this light over the planted light. There's no plants in here, so there it is. How about that? Now let's watch them fight, because that's exactly what they're gonna do. They've been going at it for weeks now, trying to figure out who is the tank boss. So this is how well it lights up the tank. For an African cichlid tank, it's absolutely perfect, and I'm sure it's just as good for a reef or marine tank or whatever else. So let me show you the difference between this one and the top fin light that came with it. So here we have the top fin light. This is the light that came with the tank, folks. So it's like it doesn't really cost you any extra. You buy the tank. If it's the same kit that I got that has the tank lid and lights, it's got this light with it. Does it light the tank? Yeah. But does it look spectacular like the 3.0? No, not even close. It's night and day. But if you're on a budget, you know, this light is pretty expensive. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But if you're on a budget and this light comes with the tank, it'll light your tank and it'll get you by for quite a while. But it's night and day compared to the Fluval. So there's one comparison. I'm not going to hook them all up and show you the differences between all of them. The Coral Life is very similar in performance to the Fluval that we're talking about here. The Marine Land is kind of in between this one and the Coral Life and Fluval. So does the light look good? Oh yeah, it's a nice, sleek little light. I remember when aquarium lights were massive, so it's very nice to have that very small, sleek little strip of a light fixture. I like that a lot. Does it light the tank well? Yeah, we've shown that too. So the next thing to talk about is, does this light do anything differently than other lights? Now this one isn't necessarily pioneering anything. There's other lights that have done this, but let me show you something really cool about this light. So the Fluval 3.0 may not come with a remote control, but it comes with something even better, and that is an app that you can download onto your smartphone, iOS, Android, either one, and have full functionality, full control of the light from your phone. So opening up the app here, if you have multiple lights, you'll see multiple lights sitting there. You would want to name them different things, I guess, according to your tank, but clicking on that, it's going to connect to the light, and then it opens up this menu here. So you've got 2 options. You've got auto, which is something where you can control when the light comes on and when it goes off during the day, which is very nice. You don't even have to worry about turning your light on or off. In this lazy world that we live in right now, we can just have this do it for us, which is nice. Or you can go to manual and you can actually adjust everything right there. Now you see that the tank turned off, and I guess I really don't know why that happened. So you've got 4 different presets here, P1, 2, 3, and 4. So going between them, you can see what that does to the light. P1, I just adjusted a little bit differently, just for demonstration purposes, but when I run these lights, I like to run them wide open, like P2 here, and you can see the difference that it makes with the light. So you have full control here. You can turn down the red, notice what it does to the tank itself, turn the red back up, turn down cyan. You can do whatever you want to do to adjust the colors that show the best on your fish. Turn the white down, which I've actually noticed makes the tank show a little bit better. Keeping all of the colors up and turning the white down slightly makes it show up a little bit better on video. I don't know if it's really showing here right now, but I've just played around with that before. But again, I like to run everything just wide open like that. But if you go back to auto, you can set this up to do whatever you want, whenever you want throughout the day. You can have a slow sunrise And you see there on daylight, it says pink 100%. It has all the colors 100%. You can adjust that too to whatever it is that you want. Have the sunset go down, and then at night you can have it completely off, or you can have the blue at 5% like I have it there. And I don't even know if I meant to do that. So I typically don't use this feature. It's really cool to have, but this is in a room that has 6 tanks in it. So I've got to turn all the other lights on. It's no big deal for me to just turn this one on too. But it's very, very cool to have this ability to completely adjust everything on your phone. It's very simple and something that definitely stands out about this versus some of the others. I know that there's other lights out there that have apps. I'm just saying, this one I love. Do you guys want to help with the video? This is a fish channel, but we can show dogs too. What do you think? No? All right. So the last category is it expensive? Yeah, this is an expensive light, but you absolutely get what you pay for. This light is available in 3 different versions, 24, 36, 48. The 24-inch version is $139, have to check my notes. The 36-inch version is $169. This one, the 48-inch version, is $200. That's pretty much everywhere I looked. They all have them for the same price. So you might as well go to Aquarium Co-op and order it from there. You'll be supporting a YouTuber while also getting a really good light. And why wouldn't anybody want to support Corey? He's a great dude. So go over there, do that. They'll get it right out to you, and everybody wins. So is it expensive? Yeah, it's expensive. But with lighting, you definitely get what you pay for. Look at the difference that it makes on the tank. Just showing you those two. It's night and day. So yeah, it's worth it. So there you go. Obviously, I'm a big fan of this light. I mean, you knew I was going to say that because I'm a big fan of the brand as we sit here and watch my fish fight in the background. One of these days, they're going to figure things out. But yes, I am a huge fan of this light, and I hope that I've been able to give you a little bit more information on it. They're difficult to do. These videos on lights are tricky because what do you do other than just show, yeah, here, it lights up the tank. I don't know. It's difficult, but hopefully I've been able to give you the information that you need to make your decision. Yes, if you're going to get this light, you're going to spend some money, but I think it's worth it. I think it looks good. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, folks, these little jerks back here that are fighting behind me, they are not a decoration. These are living things. Do your job and take care of your fish. We'll see you next time.